Welcome back to Tepi Talks. You are still with me as usual. We are going to move on with more examples on equations. So we want to look at the general examples on equations. Then we are starting with the first one is solve the equation x squared plus 4x all over 3 plus 84 all over x squared plus 4x equals 11. Now, when the question comes in this manner, what comes into your mind? By mere seeing x squared plus 4x is common. It is appearing here and again there. So what you do, you can baptize it. You can say, let x squared plus 4x equals a y. So, where we see x squared plus 4x, put a y. What is it going to be? We are going to have y out of 3 plus 84 out of y equals 11. Now, can we look at our LCM? What is our LCM? The LCM is 3y. Now, after coming out that the LCM equals 3y, multiplied by 3y everywhere, we are going to have 3y times y out of 3 plus 3y times 84 out of y equals 3y times 11. Now, 3 reduces. Y times y, we are getting a y squared plus a y and a y reduces. We remain with 3 times 84. I can try to multiply mine here with the calculator to ease. We are saying 3 times 84. We are coming out with 252. We are saying plus 252, which is equal to 3 times 11. We are getting 33y. Now, we try to rearrange it in the form of a quadratic, in the form of ax squared plus bx plus equals 0. So we are having y squared minus 33y plus 252 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation which can be solved by factor formula. You can use factor formula, you can use factor method to solve these equations, or you can use our quadratic formula. Any of those ones will have no problem with it. Now, we are moving with the whole of this stuff, and we say we are moving on with the solving the y first. We need to solve the value of y. We can use our bulldozer or we can use our factor method. We look at what is the product is 252. What is the sum? The sum is negative 33. Look at the sum and the product. Look at the factors. Think of two numbers. When you multiply, you get 252, and when you happen to add, you are getting 33. Now, what if I look at them and I say, I look at, we'll think of two numbers, or I can use the factor bulldozer. I can say y is given as negative b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So our b is that we are substituting it, we get negative to become 33 plus or minus root of negative 33 squared minus 4 times 1 times 252 all over 2 times 1. So can we go ahead? We are getting y equals we are getting 33 plus or minus root of, can we square 33 squared? We are getting 33 squared. We are getting 1089 minus, we are getting also 4 times 252, 4 times 252, we are coming out with 1008 all over 2. So we are moving on. We are getting this minus 1089. We are coming out with 33 plus or minus root of 81 all over 2. So we go ahead. Y equals, do we know the square root of 81 is 9? So we are getting 33 plus or minus 9 all over 2. So either y equals, we say 33 plus 9 out of 2, or y equals 33 minus 9 out of 2. So can we go ahead and we try to add? So what is y? We are getting 33 plus 9, that is 42 out of 2, or y equals 33 minus 9. What do you get? 33 minus 9. We are coming out with 24 24 out of 2. So what is y alone? So when you add this one, you are getting 21, or y equals 12. Now, after coming with those two, we are free now to go ahead and substitute. These are the values of y. But remember, y was equal to x squared plus 4x. We say, but x squared plus 4x was equal to y. Then we say, for y equals 21, we are substituting, we are getting x squared plus 4x equals 21. We bring this stuff, we are getting x squared plus 4x minus 21 equals 0. So can we look at the product? Can use factor method? We look at the product. So our product is negative 21 and the sum equals 4. We look at the factors. Think of two numbers. When you multiply them, you get negative 21. And when you happen to add, you are getting a 4. So what are we having there? We have got as negative 3 and positive 7. So when you multiply those two, we are coming out with a positive, with a negative 21, and when you add, you are getting a positive 4. So we are substituting in, this becomes x squared minus 3x plus 7x minus 21 equals 0. So we take the two corresponding numbers. What is common is x into x minus 3, then plus 7 into x minus 3 equals 0. So we are having x plus 7 into x minus 3 equals 0. So we say either x plus 7 equals 0, it implies that when this one goes there, becomes a negative 7. Or x minus 3 equals 0, it implies that x equals a 3. That is for first scenario. We also say for y equals 12, we are now saying x squared plus 4x equals 12. We bring this one here, we are getting x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. So can we go ahead and we look at still at the sums and the products, such that we can easily come out with the clear stuff. So we are saying that x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. We are looking, what is the product? The product is negative 12 and the sum is a positive 4. So think of two numbers. When you multiply them, you get negative 12, and when you happen to add, you get a positive 4. So the factors are negative 2 and a positive 6. So instead of this, we are going to substitute in that. We say x squared minus 2x plus 6x minus 12 equals 0. We substitute in. So what is common is x into x minus 2, and what is common there is a plus 6 into x minus 2 equals a 0. So what are we going to write? We are going to write x plus 6 again into x minus 2 equals a 0. Again we say either x plus 6 equals 0. It implies that x alone equals negative 6. or x minus 2 equals 0. When a negative crosses an equal sign, it automatically becomes a positive. So x equals 2. So you can see we have got very many values of x which we need now to compile. How do you make your conclusion? Our conclusion is going to be, therefore x equals, you can first bring the values of x alone. Therefore you collect from the minimum up the maximum, which we call ascending order. So x equals, we have got a negative 7, comma, x equals negative 6, comma, x equals a 2, and x equals a 3. You can see that the question which was given that phenomenon, you are supposed to come out with all these stuffs. That's how we can try to solve such a kind of a question which is given in that way.